What is going on, everybody? It's Refle here, and I'm back with something new and something that's not really video game related, which I think is the first. It might be like the first thing that I'm really uploading onto my channel that isn't, about video games in some way. Even though anime kind of, it's a slight connection with gaming. Yeah, so this is just basically what this is me just reviewing and discussing just animes I've watched. I've watched quite a bit, like the last year or two. It's around like 30. It might be more of that. I don't know. But so I just thought, let's just change things up on the channel since I've just mainly been doing gaming stuff forever, and I'm still gonna completely focus on gaming. But I thought this add a new element to my channel and kind of bring in a different audience. So, for this first episode, I was thinking of what I should discuss / review. And I guess for this video, since you guys already know what show it is, it's going to be this episode in particular is going to be very much not a review. Just because it's kind of hard to review the show I'm going to talk about. It's more just to be a discussion and my opinion on some of the stuff. But the show is Dragonball Z / I'm not going to include Dragon Ball because I did not watch. I've probably seen like 12 episodes of that, and I'm actually going to check. I don't even know how many episodes there were. I watched Dragon Ball Z, a whole bunch of that. I've watched all of Dragon Ball GT. I've watched every episode of Dragon Ball Z for GT. So I've seen most of the movies. I want to find Dragon Ball. I want to see how many episodes there are. Yeah, it's what got me into watching animes and stuff, and I still remember basically for 10 years during my childhood to teens, I just watched a new episode of Dragon Ball Z every week for 10 years. So yeah, it's a big part. 153 episodes for Dragon Ball? No, that can't be right. Really? I was expecting it to be 50 or something, but man, that's a lot. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Emperor Pilaf, Tournament, Red Ribbon Army, General Blue, Commander Red, Fortune Teller Baba, Tien Shinhan, King Piccolo, and Piccolo Jr. Each season got progressively more and more episodes. It's kind of funny. Okay. Wow, that's more than I expected. But back to it. So if you live in a bubble or something and you haven't heard about Dragon Ball, I'm particularly going to focus on Dragon Ball Z. Because that's the best in my opinion. That's the best one, and it's what everybody thinks about when they think of Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball Z is basically about this character named Goku, who is a Saiyan from another planet, who in Dragon Ball crashes to Earth, and he's actually supposed to destroy the Earth, but he hits his head, and he becomes nice. And he grows up, has a family, blah, 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 blah. he fights a whole bunch of aliens, pretty much aliens, and they just progressively get stronger and stronger, and he just continues to protect the Earth. And he has a whole bunch of friends, Piccolo and Tien and Yamcha. And there's a whole bunch of just sagas where different baddies come and try to take over or destroy the Earth. And it just basically, in general, it just gets more and more, he just gets stronger and stronger for each saga. And things just get more and more over the top and badass. So that's basically it. Yeah, the story for the series, you know, once you're invested into it, you're really invested in it. But it's not something you really go to watch. Like, it's not why you watch the show. It's for like the awesome like fights and like the character. The baddies and just seeing everybody get stronger and stronger and the battles getting more intense and epic, and then more Super Saiyans. It's just, yeah, sorry about that. It's cool. But yeah, I mean, my favorite part about like the series is it's just the fighting. You know, like just. I think really where the series, Dragon Ball Z in particular, catches on, in my opinion, is I think once you kind of get past the first half of the Namek saga, which is, I guess the Namek and Frieza saga are two different, I think they're actually two different sagas, because the sagas are kind of weird. I'm going to try to find the sagas. Yeah, but once you kind of get to the Frieza saga, about that time, that's when it really starts to get going, in my opinion. Here, let's go to the website. Yeah, because the first time Goku goes Super Saiyan, just like, oh man, holy crap, it's just so ridiculous and cool. Because like they've been hyping it for like months and years, like for multiple sagas, and you're just like, oh my god, he's going Super Saiyan. He just beats the crap out of Frieza. It's so cool. And actually, I missed that episode. And like, because I think I went on vacation like the week, or I think I was gone for like a few weeks. No, what are you doing? Let me just go to place. I think I was gone for like a few weeks when that saga happened, and so I missed I missed Goku going Super Saiyan, and I just kind of jumped past that. So that kind of sucked, but I eventually did find it. Here we go, sagas. But yeah, I mean, that's just when I really kind of caught on, and me and my brother, we just watched it every week, and we're like, oh my god, it's so cool. So yeah. You know, it's kind of just a really ridiculous, like, I'm not stupid, I will admit, it's not even really close to being, like, the best animes ever. But I still think it's a good show. Like, it's just entertaining, and it's just fun to watch. And like, the story's not great, but you still are interested to see what happens. Like, it's all about, like I've mentioned multiple times, it's all about how much stronger the next enemy is going to be, and how much stronger the fighters are going to get. And Goku in particular, and all that. Wow, they basically, okay, so it's just the Saiyan saga, Frieza saga, Cell saga, and Buu saga. I feel like there's multiple sagas in between those sagas, because there's like the Android saga, which I'm pretty sure is separate, but maybe it's not. And I swear there's the Namek Saga. And I don't even know what the hell's between the Cell and Boo Saga. This is just Gohan being really stupid. I don't know. But enough of that. Like, my favorite moment in the series is when Gohan goes like super. He releases all his anger on Cell and stuff like that. It's just, you've been waiting for that for like the whole series, because he has this secret power, and like he's really strong apparently. Yeah, just finally seeing that come to fruition, and him unleashing his anger and his power, and just destroying Cell and his Cell Juniors. Like, that's my favorite part. And one of the things that I just always disliked about how the series went on past the Cell Saga is how, I think, in my opinion, and maybe this is true, I haven't really read too much on it, is that I think we're kind of setting up Gohan to take the lead after that. But you can even tell, because like after Cell Saga and right before the Boo Saga, you have Gohan, basically he's the featured character for a good chunk of that, and they were trying to do that, but I think they just really screwed up, because then they went right back to Goku after that, and he was the main character ever since. And I feel like they're hyping up Gohan so much, but then later on, especially in GT, and I'll get to that in a little bit. GT, he's just a complete weakling, and even the Boo Saga, he comes back after his training from the Kais. I can't remember. It's been forever since I've actually watched the Boo Saga. It's been a while since I've actually watched a lot of these episodes. I know Toonami right now has it going on, and it's just gotten to some of the Frieza stuff, and I've just been kind of nonchalantly watching it, but yeah. But even that, when Gohan gets back and tries to fight Evil Boo, I think? Yeah, I think it's Evil Boo. He's super badass, but then he makes him unbadass and he dies. Or he gets absorbed. Or eaten. So yeah, I kind of wish they would have just stuck with Gohan and made him the main guy, since he's always been my favorite. I think he's been my favorite character, for the whole series. I've liked Goku, but he's never been my favorite. I kind of feel bad for Vegeta also a lot. I kind of wish they would just give him one saga where Vegeta is the one to take down the big guy. But in the Boo Saga, he actually does it, but they're like, no wait, Goku needs to take him out. So yeah, he actually didn't die. He died for nothing, Vegeta. So I feel bad for him. But yeah, I mean, it's I would definitely say it's my favorite anime, just because it's what got me into it, and I watched it forever, and it's just got a lot of good childhood memories, so it's my favorite. It's just, if you haven't watched it, it's kind of rough to go back and watch a lot of it, because it's full of just, I guess not really fillers. It's just really extend the storyline. Basically, one episode will just be them charging up and talking, and that'll be it. And then the next episode would be like, okay, I'm going to get you. And they do one punch, and then we start talking and charging up again. And on to the next episode, and then they finally start fighting. But then they stop, the next episode, and talk. And then they do some charging. And then they finally fight again, and maybe fight another episode after that, and talk. Then episode after that. And then it'll finish up. It's just really extended. And you gotta make sure you gotta marathon these episodes, because one episode going one by one, I don't know, it might be rough, because a lot of them are just, they feel like not a whole bunch is accomplished in the episodes. there are a whole bunch of episodes, so what do you expect? So yeah, I still recommend going back watching them. I personally would skip the Saiyan saga because they go back and really just beat that drum a lot during the Frieza saga. All you need to know is Vegeta was evil, and Goku beat the crap out of him with a spirit bomb, and then it cut off a tail, and then Vegeta ran away. Just start with the Frieza saga and go on from there, because that's when the action really gets over the top and cool. And Frieza's a cool enemy, or I think he's like the first oh cool man. He's just like a badass alien who's gonna destroy the world. He's really powerful. And then I think the Cell saga is my favorite, because it's just the first time you see Cell in his first form, it's really creepy, because he's sucking people's life force and stuff, and you have no clue what's doing it. It's I really like the beginning of the Cell saga with this unknown creature and all that. It's really kind of like a horror movie, sort of. It's just my favorite saga. So okay, we're in 16 minutes, and I'm trying to aim for these videos to be about, I guess if it's more of a review, I want it to be less than 10 minutes. But if it's more of a discussion, I want it to be between 10 to 20 minutes. So just to wrap it up, since I know most of you, if you're watching this, you've seen this show, I'm not going to kind of go too much into it. I just wanted to kind of make a video of this and get it started, get the ball rolling. But Dragon Ball GT, I guess I'll quickly touch on. I know a lot of people just hate it, despise it. I did enjoy it. I actually like GT a little bit. A lot of it's really dumb. I hate how Goku became a kid and all of that, and Gohan's a complete weak. I don't know why I said weakling. But I really do like. I thought the baby stuff was cool, kind of at the beginning, but then it kind of just died down and was really kind of stupid. Because baby's just basically Cell, in my opinion, or Cell or Majin Buu, because he's just taking over people's bodies and absorbing their energy, which is basically Buu and Cell combined, sort of. But I like Super Android 17, which I think was a movie. No, I think that was a saga. I think there's only 3 sagas in GT, but that was okay. It wasn't the best. It was a really short saga either way. I think it was a saga where Goku met back up with Frieza and Cell, and fought them both at once and just destroyed them, but whatever. And then the Dragon Ball saga, which I don't even know what that's called. I'm actually going to look this up. I think it's just called the Dragon Ball saga. Oh, Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. So that's before the Baby Saga. Super Android 17. Shadow Dragon. Okay, Shadow Dragon. Pretty much the first half of that, first 75% of that saga really, really sucks. It just goes on for too long, and it's just kind of, because most of the fights are really dumb. But once you get to the last 2, technically 3, 2 or 3. Either 2 or 3. I'm gonna double check. But once you kind of get to the end, that's when the fights are actually kind of serious and cool. I don't remember the dragon. I only remember Omega Shenron. But you have all, like, Goku fighting basically the Dragon Balls. And, like, the fight with the, I think it's the second to last dragon, is, like, pretty intense, and he's, like, kind of a cool character in some ways. And then they combine and make Omega Shenron, I believe. That's what he's called. And everybody comes to help to kill him, and then Super Saiyan 4 Fusion basically saves that whole saga, because it's just so freaking cool, and like you just know he's the most ultimate badass and the most powerful fighter in the universe at that point, with Vegeta and Goku combined. And you got the Big Bang Kamehameha. It's just like, that makes that whole saga for me. It's just so cool to see that. So as if one takeaway from that, I would just basically watch like the last 5 episodes of GT, just so you can see Super Saiyan 4. Is it Gogeta? I think it's Gogeta. Ooh, I should know this. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They are not gonna say it. I think it's Gogeta, because I think Vegeta only happens once. So I think it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It's just really cool. Watch that. Alright, so I'll just wrap it up there. Oh, actually, one other thing. They just announced the other day that they're bringing back the series after like 18 years or whatever. They're making a new, I think it's a new series. I think that's it. I don't think it's just a new season. I think they're making a new series, Dragon Ball Super, which is cool. I'm excited. You know, I'm not overly excited, but I'll definitely be watching it. I don't know when it's coming out or anything like that. I don't know what it's about. All I know is they're getting rid of GT. Yeah, GT never existed, so don't worry about that. Which I'm interested to see how that works. So are we basically gonna get rid of Super Saiyan? We're basically getting rid of Super Saiyan 4. I don't know if we're gonna get Super Saiyan. I don't know if Super Saiyan God's a thing then, because I haven't watched the newest movies where they might not acknowledge Super Saiyan 4 exists. And Super Saiyan God's like the Super Saiyan 4. I don't know. They probably got rid of Super Saiyan 4, or once they go Super Saiyan 4, it's probably be something completely different. It's probably just be even longer blonde hair. But I'm excited. I can't wait to look, or can't wait to see what that's like. I'm hoping they give out some more details sometime this year. And there's a new movie where Frieza comes back. He's really strong. I'll probably see that. So yeah. So just to kind of round it up, this is a classic series. Everybody pretty much knows about this. Even people who aren't into anime, they know like about Dragon Ball. It's just awesome fights. It's really engaging when the fights are happening. Stories, stories there, and you'll know what's going on most of the time. Yeah, it's just a great, it's a great series. Like I said, it's probably my favorite anime, even though I would consider there's a lot of other animes that are better than it. But it's good. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. And yeah, so I kind of basically want to do a series where I knew a lot about, just to kind of discuss and get this new anime series I have going on, getting that started. So in the comments below, please, this is how this series is going to keep going on for the most part. Please suggest some shows to watch, shows you want me to do reviews on or discuss. I'll let you know if I've already watched a show or if I plan on watching it or something like that. And if you give me a show that I think is interesting, or I guess I'll pretty much just watch it either way. Because like if you give me a suggestion, odds are I'll eventually get to it. But yeah, so please suggest some. Please, like, just if you're watching this, just let me know in the comments below something you'd like me to talk about or review, and it can be good or bad. I would prefer good, but I am not against watching a bad show every so often. And maybe it'll turn out that I have a different opinion. You never know. I don't really stay too close to like what's the goings on with the most popular anime and stuff. I just kind of watch what I think looks cool or interesting. And yeah. And you can suggest kind of any type of anime, because I watch pretty much all of them. Comedies, dramas, action, even romances, mechas. My terminology for anime is not that great, though, so don't expect me to be really into like the animation. And I guess I might touch on that, on the animation, but don't expect that too often. But I'll quit talking, and like I said a billion times, suggest some animes in the comments below. And let me know what you think of Dragon Ball Z/GT/Super or even Dragon Ball. And I'll see you guys. I would eventually like to keep this as a weekly kind of series where I do one video a week. But I got finals in a few weeks, so I kind of just wanted to do this to get it started and get some feedback on some shows to watch and what you would want me to do for this, because I'm not going to be able to have any like of the show's clips available because I'll get copyright most likely. So I'm going to try to figure out some cool ways to at least make the video itself entertaining, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys and girls later.